Hey everyone, this is day 22 of 31 days through Ezekiel and Daniel. Daniel chapter 2 revealed a kingdom that would outlast every empire. Daniel chapter 3 tests whether the truth will be lived when pressure demands compromise. Nebuchadnezzar builds an image of gold, massive, visible, and impossible to ignore. Whoever does not fall down and worship shall be cast immediately into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Daniel 3 and 6. The command is absolute. Worship is no longer optional, it is enforced. The moment is carefully engineered. Music plays, the nations gather, the system is unified in expectation. And when the sound is heard, all the people fell down and worshiped the gold image. Daniel 3 and 7. All but three. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abed-Nego stand. They are not unaware, they are not confused, they are resolved. The same internal conviction formed in private now stands in public opposition to cultural demand. They are brought before the king, and Nebuchadnezzar offers them a second chance, a moment to reconsider, to comply quietly, to avoid consequence. But the real pressure is not the furnace. It is the invitation to compromise with dignity intact. Their response is one of the most anchored declarations in Scripture. O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. Daniel 3:16. There is no hesitation because the decision was already made before the moment arrived. If that is the case, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us. But if not, we do not serve your gods, nor will we worship the gold image. Daniel 3:17 and 18. This is the center of the chapter. Faith is not built only on what God can do, but on who God is, regardless of the outcome. As A.W. Tozer wrote, true worship is not conditional upon circumstances. It is anchored in the unchanging nature of God. Their obedience is not transactional, it is relational. Nebuchadnezzar's response is immediate and intense. The furnace is heated 7 times more than it was usually heated. Daniel 3:19. Pressure escalates when compromise is refused. Pressure escalates when compromise is refused. What could have remained minimal becomes extreme. And yet, even this escalation is limited. The men who throw them into the fire are consumed by it. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abed-Nego fall bound into the furnace, and then something changes. Look, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt. Daniel 3:25. Not consumed, not restrained, walking, and not alone. The form of the fourth is like the Son of God. Daniel 3:25. The fire becomes the place of divine nearness. What was meant for destruction becomes the setting for encounter. As Matthew Henry notes, God does not always keep his people from the fire, but he is faithful to meet them within it. Presence replaces panic. When they are called out, the result is precise. The fire had no power over their bodies. The hair on their head was not singed, and the smell of fire was not on them. Daniel 3:27. The deliverance is complete. No residue, no trace. What they walk through does not mark them the way it should have. John Bevere teaches that when God delivers, he does so in a way that reveals his authority over what threatened you. The fire had jurisdiction, but not authority. Nebuchadnezzar responds with astonishment. Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abed-Nego, who delivered his servants who trusted in him. Daniel 3:28. The same king who demanded worship now acknowledges the God who cannot be replaced. And once again, faithfulness leads to elevation. But the promotion is not the point. The revelation is. God is not only the one who reveals mysteries, Daniel 2, he is the one who remains present in fire, Daniel 3. And this reframes the nature of testing. The fire is real. The pressure is intense. The consequence is serious, but none of it removes the presence of God. So the question becomes clear. Where is pressure inviting compromise? Where is obedience being weighed against outcome? And have you settled before the moment arrives that even if God does not deliver the way you expect, you will still remain faithful? Because the greatest testimony in the fire is not escape, it is unwavering allegiance.